Today on Yaesu Bite Size, we're going to talk about how to upgrade the firmware on your Yaesu FTDX10. So to do this, you will need a computer with access to the internet and with a SD card reader, and then you will need an SD card. You can use a 2 GB SD or perhaps a 4, 8, 16 or 32 GB SDHC card like this one here. So the first thing we're going to do is put it into the card reader slot, and then it says set up and we can select yes, and then it takes us to the SD card menu and we can press the done button next to format, and it says format SD card and we press OK. And that's going to format the SD card and put also on there some folders, including the FTDX10 folder. Now it's completed, we just touch the screen and then we touch back again, and that takes us back to the main frequency display. So the next thing to do is turn off the radio with the power button, and now eject the SD card. And then we can take that SD card to your computer where we're going to put the files on necessary. So the next thing you're going to want to do is download the firmware files for your Yaesu FTDX10. To do this, first of all, you want to go to your web browser and you want to go to www.yaesu.com. Once you're on the Yaesu website, go to Products, HF Transceivers and Amplifiers, and then click on FTDX10. And then you want to go to Files, and then if you scroll down the list, you will find one that says FTDX10 Firmware Update and the current date of the firmware update. You click on that, and it will download a zip file, and when it's finished downloading the zip file you can click on Open File, and here you will see a zip file containing an instruction manual and the actual firmware files. So first of all we need to extract them, so we click Extract All and it gives you a folder where you can extract them to. You click Extract, and here you see we've got the PDF manual which you can read, and it shows you step by step how to upgrade the firmware. And here .sfl files, these are the actual firmware files to upgrade the radio. So the next thing to do now is insert the SD card that you had formatted in your radio. And you see it will open up automatically. We'll just move this to one side of the screen. And you see here you've got an FTDX10 folder. This was created because you formatted the SD card in your radio. If this folder is missing, then you may need to reformat the card in your radio. So we double click and you'll see here some folders, and what we need to do is copy the SFL files into this folder. So what we're going to do, just go to one side there, we're going to left click the first file, and then we're going to go down to the last file. We hold the shift key down, click the last file, and you see all of the SFL files are highlighted. We now then right hand mouse click and drag those files into the FTDX10 folder. We release the mouse button, and then we've got an option copy here, so we select copy here, and it's now going to copy the firmware files onto the SD card. And it is wise to properly eject the SD card in case a file is in the middle of being written to and you may get a corrupted file. So we go at the bottom near the clock, you'll see safely remove hardware and eject media. We right hand mouse click and we select eject SD card. And now the card is properly ejected, we can then remove it from the computer and then we'll put it back into the radio. So the next thing we're going to do is switch the radio back on. And then we're going to take the SD card from the computer, put it into the card reader of the radio and press it in until it clicks. Set up no. Then we're going to press the function button and then we're going to select extension setting, and then we're going to go to firmware update. We press the done soft button next to firmware update. It's now going to read the files that are on the SD card, and it's going to ask you to update the ones that need updating. Anything that's already at the latest version will not have a tick in the box. Anything that requires updating will have a tick in the box. We press update, we press OK, and the radio is now going in turn and updating each firmware. It is important that you do not turn the power off your radio at this stage. After the firmware has been updated, your radio restarts. So now you can eject the SD card if you wish. And if you want to confirm it's updated, you can press the function and then select extension setting and then select software version, and it will display the current software versions. You can then press back, and then you're back to the frequency display.